Hi, Guido Fox here. Welcome by a new book report. Today I want to talk with you about this book. 250 pages of information, and it's about vital work and vital living. How to live a vital life and how to live a vital work situation, right? How you become that employee who is always fit and happy on his work. This guy was a doctor. It is a book that's written in Dutch. Is Paul Warmer. He was a doctor and he was thinking, okay, I helped so many clients. Why not to write a book? Why not to share my information to all the people who wants to know my opinion about a vital life. Page 41. Let's start, guys. Let's start to get a vital life. One thing is alcohol, and alcohol related to depression. And you think now, hey Guido, shut up. Here comes a finger with alcohol, no alcohol. But it is actually based on research and it is based on personal experience here from this guy. And he say alcohol delivers you a temporarily happiness feeling, but the next day you're down. And also more important, your sleep is more lighter and your sleep is also breakable. So you have more breaks in your sleep and therefore you create a sleep deficit. So alcohol is here related to sleep deficit. And what is now going on in these researchers, they say discover that depression is mostly a creation of a sum of sleep deficit. So people who are going in a depression, not always. There are also more factors, of course, but a depression is a lot of times 6 weeks before, 8 weeks that people have a heavily sleep deficit, and the cause is mostly also alcohol. So alcohol delivers you a sleep deficit, you sleep bad, you have breaks in your sleep and you sleep very light. Sometimes you think, hey, with alcohol I sleep good and I sleep good in, but that is actually your mind is telling you a fake situation, because the real thing is that you don't sleep good. You have breaks in your sleep and you sleep very light, and therefore you don't reach the deep sleep REM sleep cycle, what is very necessary for you, for your recovering, mentally recovering, but also your physical recovering of your body. So alcohol is very bad for creating a vital life and creating a vital work life. So the advice is here: stop with alcohol or take just one bottle or glass per week, right? So put it down a little bit more than alcohol and you create a better vital life. Page 59 is for if you work in an office or you work from home. Walk, walk, and walk in your breaks. Very important advice. Walk in your breaks. It delivers you not only calorie consumption, fresh air, and you're moving, but it's also very good to become more creative. So the researchers show if you're walking in your breaks in the office, or you work from home, it brings more creative ideas and solutions in your working life. So you become a better employee or you become a better business owner if you walk around. You become more creative and you can digest your mental energy. And B, that's a very interesting one. It's not only you get more creative, but you're also avoiding narrowing views. So if you walk in your breaks, you avoid that you become too narrowing view in a kind of projects, and you stay more open and vulnerable for new ideas. So you create more ideas when you walk. You avoid narrowing views in your work that's only focused on one thing or one solution. And so you become more creative and you get more widening views if you do that regularly walking breaks outside in the park in the fresh air with the trees. And you're not going to eat unhealthy food with your colleagues in the canteen, in the dinner room, right? What the most people are doing. But go walking alone, sometimes with a colleague, but also alone. Walking in your break is very important sometimes. You don't want to be the antisocial guy, right? But sometimes walk alone is very good for your job to reload and to be more creative and more open for new ideas in your work. So next to quit alcohol is going walking in your breaks is a very important um, important mechanism to create a more vital work balance. I want to continue with the last point in my notes because they're related to this, and that's the 90 minutes break rule. So, rest activity cycle. So, you're sitting on your desk, that's a body physical rest thing, right? You sit, you type, whatever. So, you have to compensate that with moving. And a lot of people are now going into exercises on the table, right? Doing push ups or they're going stretching like this in the chair. But what he is saying, actually, go walking, right? So after 90 minutes, put your alarm, go walking, go back to your work, 90 minutes walking, eating. First eat and then walk. Much more better than walk and then eat. So you digest your food when you're walking. Much more better than walk and then food. So 90 minutes is the maximum you can work in one line. What I mostly do is I put my timer 1 hour and then I take a break from 15 minutes and then I work 1 hour because my energy system is very intense, is very focused, so I can have a lot of done in 1 hour. So I have 1 hour focus, 15 minutes break, 1 hour focus, 15 minutes break, sometimes 1 hour, 15 minutes break, but mostly I do 2 hours and then I go walking outside and then I work 1 hour in the night, in the evening, or 1 hour in the afternoon again. So I work mostly maximum 3 or 4 hours per day. So then I can be really focused and I hope I deliver quality in the time I am here for you guys. So quality time for you, quality time. So you break 90 minutes, walking very good, and of course non-alcoholic walks here, right? The next trap is that people are going to work before they're gonna sleep. Not good. Do your work during the day. If you have a deadline, do your work before the deadline, a few days before. Then you have always time to correct your work. I saw people when I worked that they do less time minutes, less time corrections. No, to the deadline and put a deadline before the deadline, and then you have some time to do some corrections there. So very important is to do before you sleep something you like. If you like to cycle, if you like to have fresh air again in the park, if you're going with your dog or you play, do something what you really like before you're gonna sleep. Because if you're doing something what you like, it creates happy feelings and it delivers less stress. So if it delivers less stress because you like to do something, you like to train or whatever, do it before you sleep. Because that reduce the stress levels. So before you sleep, do something what you really like to do, and don't do stuff what you already done during the day. So mostly people work during the day. Don't work before you sleep. Don't have difficult conversations with your partner or difficult conversation with your colleagues. Mostly it doesn't bring solutions before you're gonna sleep, so stop with doing that. Page 93, and that's an interesting stuff. That's a shift work sleep disorder. Page 93, and it's about that people who work during the night, even when it's regularly, people are doing night shifts, and a lot of people are now working in night shifts. So for the guys who are watching this video, it's interesting. So people who are doing night shifts, they are creating more chance of depression, sleeping disorders, sexual disorders even, stomach diseases, and heart rhythm diseases, because they are working in the night and try to sleep during the day with the light. So it is very unhealthy to work during the night. It is not in the biorhythm of your life. So people who work during the night create a high risk of depressions, of heart rhythm, sexual diseases, depressions, sleeping disorders, and have even the chance that they live not longer than the people who work during the day. So you have also a shorter lifespan than people who are working during the day, and that is very shocking research, I think. And that's the shift work night sleep disorder. Maybe Google it again if you recognize this. But a lot of people work during the night, and it's very sad to read that these people are suffering from this night routines. Page 86. Put your alarm in the eve and not in the morning. And that is a very smart advice, right? Not from me, but from the guy who has written this book. So if you have to wake up in the early morning, what the people are doing is putting an alarm, but the alarm can make you a little bit more stressful. So they're stressed because the alarm is ringing and you're in your sleep a little bit stressed already because you have to wake up early up. So what you can do is putting your alarm in the eve. So if your alarm is going at 10 o'clock in the eve, you have to go to bed. And for certain, you wake up earlier because that's normal, right? If you sleep on 9 o'clock, you're awake at 5. If I gonna sleep at 12, I'm awake at 8. So if you put your alarm in the evening instead of in the morning, it will be more de-stressing and you sleep much more better and much more relaxed. So put your alarm in the night is a very creative idea to create in your to implement in your life. Page 99. It's about the power nap. And the power nap is a really natural thing. People are saying that power nap, no, then I don't sleep enough in the night. That's not good. Power nap is a natural thing. It is from our ancient guys who lived in the jungle. They already did a power nap in the night, in the afternoon. So that is very common in warm warm cultures, uh, to do a power nap. So it's already in our system, and our ancient partner all come from Africa, right? We all come from Africa, so we're always used to have warm climate, so we always do power naps there. So a power nap is very natural, so do that. Try to do a power nap. Drive home from your office, do your nap, and go back to the office. Next to all your outside beautiful walks, do a power nap because you're reloaded your mental energy, you can digest, and you have a kind of second day. So you have a second day in one day, and that is very favorable, to have a second day, because you're much more productive in the afternoon than if you don't do your power nap. If people are seeing working after lunch at 2 to 5, they are becoming very unproductive. And if you have a power nap, you can continue the hours between 3, 5, and 4 and 6 will become much more efficient if you're using your power nap. So power nap is also a very favorable thing to implement in your life, and to avoid depressions. And so the most people are so tired, and they drink coffee and alcohol, didn't have a break, didn't walk in the park, didn't have their power nap, have their night shifts all the time, don't put their alarm in the eve. So all those kind of things you have to take care of to avoid that, depression, right? So very important tips, to take care and to implement in your life, I think. So try to implement in your life tomorrow and follow my advices, and you will be preventing even a depression on the long term. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you by the next one. Bye bye.